What a weekend for Warriors fans. Plenty going on, including the New South Wales Cup game against the North Sydney Bears. And these highlights are brought to you by Warriors Anonymous, the online store. Make sure you get your streetwear today. Men's, women's, kids, we've got the whole whānau sorted. So head along to warriorsanonymous.co.nz and get yours. Now, round 9 of the Knock-On Effect New South Wales Cup happened over the weekend. And the Warriors travelled over to a traditional foe at a traditional ground there, North Sydney Oval, to take on the North Sydney Bears, who are a team, well, they've really had the Warriors' number in recent times, to be fair, beaten us in the last few occasions. So could we break the drought and get something back? Well, we had some early attack here as it would come out to Geronimo Doyle. Moala Grandalfa shifts it on to Setu 2, and the Bears, they slide across in defence to wrap him up there right in the corner. As the ball comes back from dummy half, little pick up there from Demaire Martin, just held on. What could the Warriors do nice and early in this one? They give it off to Tanner Boyd. And Eddie Yeremia Toiava is held there. Now it's the last. Comes back from Lussick across the Geronimo Doyle down the short side. Little bit of a jink and a chip kick. And it goes into the hands of Israel Ogden there, and he saves the day for the Bears. Keeps it out of the end goal. Now, could the Bears capitalise on that? Short ball and towed ahead here by Riley Main. Could he get the bounce? Well, he knocks it back infield. And just saved there by Kalis Fatialofa. Number 11's there, causing issues both on attack and defence. Good save there from Fatialofa. However, a couple of minutes later, big Ben Talty throws the dummy and scoots around with the swan dive to get the scoring underway for the North Sydney side. Don't the locals love that? Let's have a look on the replay. Just a little bit of soft defence around the middle of the field there. And a little dummy from Talty. And he scooted around Geronimo Doyle. Didn't he love that? The big man gives the Bears a 6-0 lead in this one. The Warriors needing to bounce back. Well, here's Kalis Fatialofa starting to get things going here in the 16th minute. Plays it back for Lussick. And Yeremia Toiava. Tireless workers, both he and Fatialofa. Play big minutes and just work and work and work. He plays it back. And across they come to Tanner Boyd. He finds Demaire Martin. What's he going to do? Breaks through a tackle. And then gets the offload away to MGT. Fire it up, the MGT. Moala Grandalfa gets the try. He gets the Warriors back on track here to tie things up. Let's have a look at it on the WA replay. Came across from going. Boyd, runners on the inside, and Demaire Martin just slipped through the tackle there. And then drew a couple of defenders, got the offload away. Moala Grandalfa just knows how to score a try. He's always there and getting the 4-pointers. Now the Warriors, a few minutes later, will come across to the other side this time. Morgan Harper. They get wrestled to the ground there. And what are they cooking up for this next play? Back to Lussick in the dummy half position. And Boyd looks for going. And both Boyd and Demaire Martin again sliding across to the left-hand side of the field. So you know they're cooking up something. Comes across to Demaire again. And he gets free again with the offload to none other than Moala Grandalfa. Gets a second try within a few minutes. Dots it down to put the Warriors in front. Let's have a look at it here. Boyd to Martin. And just a little dummy there. They look like they'd wrapped him up, but he got the sneaky hand free. And there we go. Grandalfa scores against one of his old teams. Warriors leading 12 points to 6. Great run here from Makaya Tāfoa out of dummy half. Warriors doing the dual dummy half rolls here. And they come back left again. Short ball to Fatialofa. Just about found his way to the line there. Play back to Lussick. And Boyd will put up the kick. Up high it goes. Chase is coming through. And nicely knocked dead there by the number 6, Jesse Marshke. Warriors will keep knocking at the door though. Dummy here from Tanner Boyd. Sets up this play about 10 metres out from the posts. Makaya Tāfoa hands it off to a new young gun, Jason Salalilo. Over he goes. Boomfa. You love that from the young front rower. He's been quietly having a really good season across the grades. And he gets a try there in New South Wales Cup footy. Loving that. Not a lot on. He just went straight through, really. Straight through Main Street. Didn't stop for the traffic. And And that's a great try there for the young fella. Here he is again with another charge. He had a hell of a game against the Bears all around. Taking this one up towards halfway. Warriors putting up points in bunches. Maybe they could get it again. Oh, hang on. Here's Te Martin through a yawning gap. And gets the ball out to Setu too. The mullet is flowing as he runs around to improve position. Cops a stray boot in the head. That's all right. The mullet's okay. And he carried on as well. Let's have a look at it again on the replay. Came out to Martin. He's just absolutely destroying them out here on this left edge. They'll be having nightmares about him. And he got it out to Setu too. There we go. Flowing mullet. Beautiful. So the Warriors would lead at halftime 24 points to 8 because the Bears would add a penalty. Here he goes again. Sil Salalilo with a great charge to get things going in the early stages of the second half. Come across to Toby Crosby and he shakes free from a couple and goes over. Looks pretty easy in the end. But that could be the first of many tries, I reckon. Looking forward to seeing how Toby Crosby goes over the second half of this New South Wales Cup season. Just getting used to things. Getting set in the standard. He shrugged away from one here. We've seen him do this before. Through the jersey flag grade. Looking forward to seeing more of this. Happy to see him get his first try. Wonderful stuff. That extends the lead out to 30 points to 8. Because that kick would actually go over. Here's Salalilo. Sel Salalilo again. Jason Sel Salalilo having a great game. As it comes across again. These young fellas doing the damage. Crosby walking. Still going. He almost goes all the way to the try line. Must have been close. Plays it back to Tafua. And he finds front rower Freddie. Lussick goes over. Just runs like an arrow straight under the black dot there. And adds another try. Damage was done there by the two young front rowers. And then Freddie, oh man, just added the icing there. Spotted a little gap. And the dual dummy halves going well too. Makai Tafua there and Freddie Lussick. Here they are again. And here's Sel Salalilo again. Bonfa. Plenty of go forward from this young fella. Across to Lussick. Out to Boyd. They got runners on the outside this time and cool as ice. Te Martin. Wow. Setu 2 finishes it off. Mullet still looking pristine. Let's have a look at this one. It was just a joy to watch. Tanner Boyd, runners inside, outside. And the pop pass there from Te Martin. Steaming onto it was 2. Well-timed run there from the winger. And it's 40 points to 8. Now Tom Alia getting going here. Not letting all the young fellas get all the action. Big Tom. Comes out to Boyd again. And Martin. Danger signs here. Rolls in the grubber kick. And it is Moala Graham Taufa. The MGT gets the 3. Wonderful stuff. Pour yourself another MGT. TMM as well. Te Martin with a little try assist. Just racking them up. Across the season and in this game as well. And here's Kalani going. Saying, hey, don't forget about me. I'm pretty good as well. Makai Tafua. Got the Bears defense here on skates. Gets the ball away to Geronimo Doyle with a little dummy. The acceleration through the gap. Gets the ball inside. He finds Paulie Roach there. Former Warrior. Must have given him the call, you would think, running in support. That's all right for the Warriors. Probably not going to cost them the 2 points here, you would imagine. As Kalani going, plays it again. They come out to Boyd. And he gives it to Kalis Fatsialofa. And he just bangs off a couple of defenders there. The thing I love about Kalis Fatsialofa, he just gets better as the game wears on. He keeps going as the defense is fatigued, and he can do things like this. He's been doing it all season. Have a look at this again. He got away from a couple. And then a speed, sneaky acceleration there to get past the fullback. And that would bring up the 50 points to 8. My goodness. Bears looking to try and get something going here. They bring it out to the winger. This is Peel. And Peel will play it back to Roach. The long pass to the middle here. And look at this. Beautiful work on the inside. And they fling it out to the winger, Komalafi. Matt Komalafi goes in. Dives in the corner there. Beautiful interchange play Love myself a double round, and this is pristine. There's Kobe Thomas. Got it back here on the double round almost, and then the cutout pass just to add the extras. And over in the corner here, too much strength from Komalafe. He goes over to score to get the Bears something. Warriors looking to break it again. Here's Morgan Harper. Gets the ball back inside to Tanner Boyd. Oh yeah, they wanted to finish off all right. They didn't want to let the last try wins rule apply. So just to make sure of it, Luke Hanson runs away. Ends up in a bit of a stroll, to be fair. Some of these tries ending up looking like a Sunday stroll in the park. Here's the ball again from Harper. Great support play and link from Tanner Boyd, and he got it back inside for Luke Hanson just to add the finishing touch in this 56-14 demolition. Next week, Warriors heading over to Wollongong to take on the Canberra Raiders. So they had a little bit of a deal with them playing home games both in Sydney this year. So that's coming next Saturday, 4 p.m. kickoff New Zealand time. Catch the live stream on Bar TV Sports. Until then, up the Waz! Go the Warriors!